Hey guys, welcome back to the United Star. So today we'll be talking about a player who's sort of come under the radar. He's been criticized a lot in the past few months. Uh, it's our club captain Harry Maguire. Now, when United signed Maguire in 2019, it was one of the classic, United sort of deals where we know we want this player, and we spend the entire season trying to negotiate with the club and getting the price down to a price we want to pay, and we end up paying the same amount that they asked for in the start, and that amount was 75 million, and it's not a small amount. So we signed Maguire for 75 million, and he came into the team, and he had a he had a pretty good season, the 2019-2020 season. uh, he had the pressure of the price tag. And not only that, in January when Ashley Young left for Inter Milan, he became the club captain. So he had that pressure on him too. But he had some great performances, and the stats don't lie. Just to throw you some stats, we conceded 39 goals in the league, which was three more than Liverpool, which had the best defense in the league. Uh, we were the 10th best defense in Europe, in the top five leagues in Europe, which is a pool of around 98 teams. And we had a better defense than teams like Juventus, Barcelona, even the Champions League semi-finalists, Lyon and Leipzig. Uh, so why is it that Harry Maguire gets so much, criticism from not only the media houses but from the fans? Even on the channel here, we've berated him so much. We called him the Titanic, and it's just a lot of um, criticism about how he plays and how he's so slow. But I think this video is just to show that he's not that bad after all. He is a decent, solid defender. So I think what happened in the summer season, in the summer, that is the 2-3 weeks that the players had between the seasons in Greece. I think that is a sort of uh, I don't know. It's a very mentally strenuous thing to happen. It's a very serious thing. Just to give you a sort of update, what happened to him was that he was in Greece. He was with his wife and his sister and his sister's fiance and a few friends, and they were leaving a certain club or a restaurant in Greece, in Mykonos, where a few uh, a few Greek locals, they attacked him, and they abused him, and they were shouting abuses. They were insulting his family. They were insulting United, apparently. Police officers who the people who claimed to be police officers, but they were not in any uniform, they arrested him, and they hit him on his legs, and they told him that he never play football ever again. And it's a lot of, and he was accused of then bribing these officials and hitting them back. And it's an entire mess. And then afterwards he was taken to the police station, where he was arrested, and then he was found guilty on charges, and he was let go. He didn't have to serve in prison, but he was let go. So it is a sort of situation, where uh, Harry Maguire came out in his interview and he said that he was scared for his life. He thought they'd kill him. They told him stuff like, "You'd never be a footballer again. You should forget about football." And we think that as professionals, uh, this is something that's happened, okay, but when you come on the pitch, you move on and you forget about it. And I'm not saying that it's a reason to not put in the good performances, but it's still a very tragic thing to happen. uh, I think it speaks a lot about Maguire's character, that he doesn't shy away from coming out and trying to prove himself, although it hasn't worked out since the start of the season. We've had some pretty shambolic performances, at least in the defensive aspect. And yes, he has made most of these mistakes. He's been at fault for quite a lot of these goals. But to still come out and play and captain the club, I think it speaks a lot about his character and the determination that he has towards football and towards United. So I think we give him a lot of criticism, but I think we as United fans should admire that we have a captain who is not afraid of, you know, he's not afraid to come out and play, even though he's not maybe sound mentally right now and not in the right state of mind. And I mean, we criticize him, but again, if last season is anything to go by, we are a pretty solid defensive team. And I said the stats earlier. I think another stat I'll throw at you is that in 18-19 the season, we had an expected goals against of 47.9. That is eighth place. That was the eighth best in the league. And since he came into the team in that the 1920 season, we had it came down to 37.2, which was the fourth best in the league. So he has made our defense better. There is no doubt about that. Uh, I think what I'm trying to basically say is that Harry Maguire is our club captain. He is our club captain, and we have to support him. We have to stick by him when he is not performing his best because we know he's gone through a lot. And I think once it's sort of his mind gets cleared, he's going to be back at performing to the level best that we know him to perform. And I think that's the time when United will start. We were already looking good. You know, we've had a good game against Newcastle, and we were pretty solid defensively. Although we didn't play against Paris, we were good, very good then too. And even against Chelsea, you know, it was a very boring stalemate, but defensively we were quite solid. Our tactics worked out brilliantly. Maguire was solid. So I think we have to give him some time. I get that it's a very fast-paced footballing world out there where one slight mistake and the entire everyone is suddenly against you. And in such a world, a performance like the 6-1 loss to Spurs at home is probably career-ending. But I think I think it's time that we give Maguire a little time and allow him to rise above this and come back and perform how we expect him to perform. That's all we have for you today. I think. Thank you, and see you guys in the next one.